Now this one I was asked to include because big data is a big deal. All of the studies that were being used to look at this did not include women in the studies. Women are a great resource. We bring a different skill set and a different perspective. And when it's valued and nurtured, what comes for the company as a whole is incredible and 9 times out of 10 success. Diversity matters, right? Not just gender. Gender's easy because you can tell it most of the time. You can spot it right away, right? Women are 65% of the new car buyers in the United States. Yet, 70% of the women who buy a car say the salesperson primarily addressed the men. I bought a new vehicle last year. I brought my 22-year-old son with me, and we went to go pick out the car. And the salesman came and started talking to my son right away. What kind of car are you looking for? What kind of wheels are you getting? Didn't acknowledge that I was there, and we started talking, picked the car, walked through the numbers, made the deal, and then the salesperson said, "Do you want your husband to come and make sure that you're getting the best deal?"
5 years ago, when we decided to do the startup, answer is how to build up a platform for women to empower them, like empower myself to be who I am, to be who they are. We will talk about gender, we will talk about diversity, we will talk about social enterprise, we will talk about IoT. But I believe the thing is not technology or the Internet of Things or blah 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 and blah blah blah, that difficult ones. I think the key point of today, well, we can find out what is the key question. For me, it's the user. For me, it's the passion.
The women in developing country, when they cook, they use the wood and the stove, the traditional stove to cook. So, because the climate change, the forests are gone, has disappeared. So there are less and less wood they can find, that they could find in nearby. So this even cook the food is become a problem because less and less wood and less material. So this engineer, he invent a rocky stove. You can see just beside the traditional one. We also need the technology support. Technology is so powerful, and IoT such technology or big data, I believe there are billion of people could benefit from this technology. So technology not only could benefit for the people like us, could also benefit for the people who are suffering right now.
And being a designer is an odd person out in the group as well, because we tend to be considered people who draw pretty pictures and pick out pretty colors, and it's very different. Men are always trying, lately in the recent past, have tried to think about what women might want out of computers. And for some reason, they think they want pink. Anything that is pink, women will buy. It doesn't matter what shade of pink, and it doesn't matter whether or not male might be interested in pink. I've been told that rose gold is considered rose gold over the past year. Rose gold, like rose love, or all that. So it seems very strange for me, as someone who is supposed to be very empathetic about being in other people's shoes, to be treated as if nobody understands what my shoes are like. So pink was a very interesting discussion, and every time I was trying to tell them, no, it's not just about the pink, all the women you see on the street wear very different colors, and all of us own a spectrum of color, including you. You must have a pink shirt from your closet. So it cannot be just about the pink, and that is all that women want. Also, it's not about what men want only, or what women want only. It's really what everybody wants out of technology. So I think it's kind of a small but interesting angle to look at how people are treating technology now.
When we talk to these designers, they're all not. I know you might think they're not all female. So there's a good balance of male and female designers in our company. So when you talk to them, you have to be very visual. So when you have an idea, instead of telling them, I want this on the top right corner, it's even easier if you just draw a really, really quick sketch. And then it saves you so much time. So from being in such a diverse company, every single one of us has been open to so many more ways of communicating with other people. A single idea of this, everybody has it, everybody needs it, not only the guy, not only the girl, but it was not incorporated until somebody brought it up, until somebody pushed for it to happen. So I think for every female, not only female, for all the diversity that you have in you, don't be afraid to speak out, because it could open other people's eyes. It could open people that have this problem but don't have the voice.
As I'm working between different countries, I know that there are some things to do or not to do. For example, if I have to work I work in Thailand. For example, in Thailand, I would never do marketing in red. For example, today I'm wearing black for the respects of the Thai family, the royal family. And also for the business stuff. There are some examples that happened to me. And it's, well, I'm young, I'm a female, I'm European, I'm blonde, and we have some Malaysian partners. They invited all the companies, all the employees of the company except me, because I'm a girl and I'm young. So, well, I know it's not my, it's not the best for me to be a girl and to be young, but sometimes when we have partners and they invite all the companies, all the employees of the company but except me, and I'm the country manager for Thailand, it's kind of difficult to accept these kind of things. Like, I've never seen this anywhere else. So yeah.
But my teacher told me that if I care about something and I see a problem, I should own this and try to solve this on my own. And so there were a lot of learning and challenging through the process, but this is also a journey of enablement. I think technology has a lot to do and can actually help this world a better place to live. And I think everybody in this room, you should think about how you can use your skill set to enable the other people and try to actually help them to own the issues they are currently encounter and help us and also help the others to build a solution for that.